If you're gaining weight around your hips, thighs, or belly, if your motivation has vanished or you feel emotionally off, it's not just age or stress. It could be your hormones, especially estrogen and testosterone. They're out of balance. In today's episode, this is actually video 13. And since it's going to be a little longer, it's going to be video 13 and 14. We're going to unpack how these two hormones work together and how to support them naturally. My name is Almira Hinton. I am the RN health coach and creator of the podcast Nurses Notes by Almira. You can find me on iHeartRadio, Apple Radio, if that's your favorite podcast player, as well as YouTube podcasts. But let's get back to the Unburden Yourself series. Today, it's going to be a little bit extended because we're going to talk about two hormones. Estrogen, if you remember, I talked about before, that is a fat storing hormone, and testosterone. They don't exist in isolation. They impact fat distribution, cravings, mood, and motivation. And when they're out of sync, everything feels harder. So let's start with estrogen. Estrogen, it isn't bad. In fact, it's essential for reproductive health, brain clarity, bone strength, and mood. But too much estrogen or estrogen dominance can lead to weight gain around the hips and thighs or even the belly. Too much estrogen can lead to mood swings, irritability, or even anxiety. Those thoughts about the future, what's going to happen, what if, what if. That's anxiety about the future. Too much estrogen can lead to fibroids, bloating, and even heavy periods. Too much estrogen increases fat storage due to a slowed metabolism. And if you were here on my previous videos, you understand that's why estrogen is a fat storing hormone in the presence of too much sugar. Estrogen can also come from outside foods. So while our bodies, our ovaries, are one of the locations that create estrogen, we can also pick up estrogen outside the body, called an exogenous estrogen. Okay. And you would be surprised. Okay. Plastics like BPA, they contain estrogen mimicking uh, properties. So your body thinks it's estrogen and utilizes it in the same way. And that's how you can become estrogen dominant. Also, soy-based foods or faux meats can carry estrogen-like properties and put you into estrogen dominance. So the side note on soy, typically if it's a fermented soy, you can significantly decrease that and not have that problem with adding estrogen into the body. But just non-fermented soy-based foods, or like I said before, those faux meats can act like estrogens or make your body think it's a type of estrogen. We also find these estrogens outside the body in beauty and cleaning products. They have estrogen disruptors, okay? These compounds, like I said, are called exogenous estrogens, and they mimic estrogen in the body, making the problem worse. So it increases your fat storage because your body thinks it has more estrogen than it really does. Okay, some ways that you want to balance your estrogen. Eating cruciferous vegetables. Yeah. Broccoli, cauliflower, kale, spinach, all those dark, leafy green vegetables can really support the estrogen detox. Believe it or not, sweating regularly or perspiration, as some of us like to cutely call it, can help eliminate some of the estrogen through sweat. Reduce your exposure to estrogen disruptors, like I said. Read the label. Check out the ingredients in your beauty products that you're applying to your skin. Because remember, your skin is an organ. It absorbs all those things that you put on it. So you want to be careful. Look at your beauty products. Look at your lotions. Pay attention to your foundations. Those things that we rub on our skin intensely so that we can enhance or beautify it may have estrogen disruptors built right into them. Okay. So consider reading those labels and reducing your exposure to those estrogen disruptors. Really consider your use of plastics. Maybe instead of always drinking from a plastic water bottle, start taking your water from a filtered water source straight into a glass bottle if you're going to carry it around with you. The problem with those plastic bottles and other plastics, but in particular, you see a lot of people drinking out of plastic water bottles, is that it contributes that plastic can actually leak into your water, particularly when if you leave that plastic bottle sitting in your car and it's exposed to high heat or freezing temperatures, it's causing that plastic to start to break down. Because if you squeeze some of those bottles, they're easily collapsible. Well, just think about they're not durable for those type of severe temperature exposures, and that plastic starts to break down. So you want to be sure, and if you leave something like that in your vehicle, you don't want to drink from it anymore. It's bad enough that it already has some of the your water has been exposed to that plastic, and some of it seeps into your water. But if it's gone through a hot and cold session, it's broken down even more, and so you would really want to reconsider drinking water out of something like that. Consider seed cycling or liver support. Now, what I'm talking about is things like milk thistle. You can drink that as a tea, as well as dandelion tea. They help detox the body and remove those excess estrogens. Okay. You want to manage your stress. Remember, I'm your mind body coach, and you want to use things like meditation and hypnosis to help reduce your stress, okay? Which can cause worsening estrogen dominance, increased stress, okay, as well as cortisol. So we want to manage our stress. We want to do that self-care routine. We want to add in that meditation. We want to change our beliefs, and we want to use hypnosis so that we can set those things in place and get rid of those stressful habits that aren't supporting us. Remember, your unconscious mind does not know if a habit is good or bad. It just knows it's a habit. It's a way of doing things that has kept you safe. Okay, it's efficient because it's already built in. When it's a habit, you do it automatically. So it's an efficiency for the unconscious mind. Again, it doesn't know if it's good or bad. It just knows that it's useful and it has kept you safe. So using hypnosis and things like meditation can help relieve those types of beliefs and get you onto a more healthier journey. All right. So don't forget, if any of this information that I have supplied you with, this is video 13 and video 14, be sure and share it. If you have some aha moments with some of this or some questions, please make this in the comment section or even DM me. If you're seeing this on Facebook or if you're seeing this on YouTube, be sure and put in a comment. Or maybe you're seeing some highlight reel on Instagram, be sure and put in a comment. Let me know if this is supporting you. Let me know also what aha moments, what educational piece did you find from this information? I will be so excited to hear from you. Okay. Now, here's something that women don't realize. When estrogen is too high, it suppresses another hormone, and that's testosterone. Okay. Testosterone in women supports muscle tone. It drives motivation. It also supports bone health. It supports your libido. And it also, testosterone, believe it or not, helps you with your confidence and mental focus. When testosterone is too low, you may feel weak or easily fatigued. That could be contributing to that. You might feel some not motivated, just emotionally flat. You may even feel like you can't tone, that you're just soft, even though you may have been lifting weights and exercising. You're just not able to tone due to low testosterone. Less interest in sex or intimacy due to low testosterone. And you may feel like your body is aging too quickly. Women are taught that we need testosterone too. A lot of times we're just not told about the needs of that our bodies need testosterone. All we ever hear about as women is estrogen. We don't realize that our bodies also need testosterone also. So if you're stressed, if you're overworking or estrogen dominant, your testosterone levels take a hit. That estrogen dominance will decrease or suppress that testosterone. So you really want to be sure that you're looking out again for those external intake of estrogen. You want to manage your stress. And stress is something that we don't always see, but our bodies feel it. So you want to be sure, and we can't necessarily get away from stress. There's always going to be challenges and demands, but you want to make sure that you manage that stress, that you put it in its place, and that you don't let it overwhelm you or take over. Okay. So, ways to boost testosterone. Let's talk about that. Strength training or resistance workout. Now, for many, many years, I've heard women always be concerned about, well, if I lift weights too much or if I do anything too heavy, am I going to get bulky, big, bulky muscles? Now, ladies, we do have testosterone, but we don't have it in the amounts that men do that can cause those great, big, bulky muscles. That takes a fair bit of testosterone, way more than what women naturally produce, okay? But strength training will make those muscles nice and toned and help you produce more good testosterone for your body, as well as strengthen your bones. You want to look at eating and consuming healthy fats, and that's like avocados, your nuts. Remember, I talked before about Brazil nuts, walnuts, things like that. And you want to look at consuming olive oil. Get some olive oil in your diet, really easy. Make your dressings out of olive oil. You also want to have some zinc-rich foods. That also promotes the production of testosterone. Pumpkin seeds and shellfish are rich in zinc, all right? You also want to make sure, of course, that you're getting good, deep rest, that you're able to sleep soundly, get that good, deep sleep and stress reduction. You want to look at that meditative process. You want to look at that self-care is very important in reducing stress. Okay. Feeling emotionally fulfilled, like, oh, I've done it. I know I can do it. I know I'm worthy and that you're safe and that you're strong. Those are ways that you can support testosterone naturally. And you may think, well, how can emotions? Believe me, emotions can have a big effect on how your body works. That's why so many times I work with people with mind and body. They go hand in hand together in having a strong, vibrant, abundant life. Okay. And this is where mindset and subconscious work really matter. Because if your inner beliefs are, I'm tired, I'm not good enough, I always have to struggle, your body will respond accordingly. Again, like and subscribe. That really supports me a lot. If you're listening to me on my podcast, be sure and subscribe so that you don't miss an episode. If you're listening to this on YouTube, be sure and like and subscribe. That really helps me out a lot and know that I am helping my audience. And don't forget to comment. I would love to hear from you. Now, your closing reflection prompt for today. Where might you be holding on to weight or energy imbalance due to unprocessed beliefs or chronic stress? Where might you be holding this? What is one thing that you can do today, this week, to honor your hormones? What's one thing that you can do? Put it in the comment section. Drop a comment or journal your insights in the companion guide. And if you hadn't gotten that yet, reach out to me and I'll send it to you directly. Remember, your body isn't broken. It's responding to your environment. It's responding to your beliefs and it is responding to your habits. And the good news is those things can all be changed. They can all shift. All right. Again, my name is Almira Hinton. I am the RN health coach and creator of the podcast Nurses Notes by Almira. If this has supported you, please like and subscribe. And be sure that you reach out to me so that if you would like just a 15-minute call to discuss what a mentor, what a coach would look like for you, go to my website, www.thernhealthcoach.com, and click on Book Now. And you can book just a brief session and we can talk about what working with me could look like for you. You can also DM me or in the comment section, let me know that you would like to have a conversation, and I'll be more than happy to send you a link to book a time. Remember, some of our most highest performing athletes, they have coaches. When people really want to delve into things, they get a mentor, they get a coach so that they can shortcut their way without having to stumble or fall or take longer periods of time in reaching their goals. Don't do that. Reach out and get yourself a coach that can support you in making these changes. All right. Next video is going to be video 15, and we're going to dive into fasting strategies and how fasting can deepen the healing, boost fat burning, and simplify your wellness routine. Until then, keep unburdening yourself, keep going. Your hormones are listening, and so is your future self. I will talk with you very soon. Have a great and amazing day.